Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense is on the field for the first time today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. The Volunteers want to move quickly. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wants to throw, it's cross. He wants to take the top off. And trying to put points on the board on third down, now they're staring at fourth down. The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Wildcats offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Makes the grab. It's Moses. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
from the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Moses. Tackled immediately after the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. And that will be... That would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you've got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them, so I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in...
And the diving catch down the right side.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
They're trying to get to it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And nice answer by this defense. You go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. He'll work his way down to the 28. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Makes a man miss.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand. and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
This is a designed run. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
He's got his man. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 7 over Kennesaw State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's a draw. Pulls his way forward. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's going to pass on second down. Working that left side now. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
He's going to pass. Got his man quickly.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's running in the open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position. And the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed, natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find positive yards.
He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown ball! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And that's where they'll have to down it, just inside the 50-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work, the Big Orange offense on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll pull it down. They almost got a first down there, stopped a yard short. It'll be third down. And the Volunteers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Tackled after picking up the first down. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. He's got it. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air and getting the touchdown.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Trying to get to him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Kentucky will be forced to punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's looking on the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He wants to pass it on second down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. He got it. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Volunteers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moses. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Looking to go up top on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
He's back to throw on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
It's complete on the right side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Slips through the line. And the punt team able to slip. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Looking to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. A big hit. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He wants to throw here on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Wide receiver shows motion. Off the boot, looking for his man. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On the run, still looking. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
To the air on first down. He looks that one in nicely. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Quarterback keeper. Touchdown ball! And the pummeling has started. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop him. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Keep it on the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They go to the ground. He breaks the tackle. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Roll it.
The give to the tailback. And how about the efficiency on that? and 4.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Unleashes to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. They move the tight end all over. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got it! There's an old school thought that says just take the 3 here, but that feels like a win for the defense. I'm going here.
Yeah, and there's a new school thought that says I'm inside the 2-yard line. It's 4th down. I'm going for it. I'm going to be aggressive. So I don't think you have many opportunities like this. I like my chances going for it.
Barges ahead. Touchdown Volunteers! And the route is on. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy... touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks. After the catch. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Line getting set on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Got his man downfield, and he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field.
Green 25.
Looking downfield, it's Morton. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Good timing on the quick out. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Hold fields and fires complete to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. And now the offense will come onto the field again.
Okay, ready?
Offense set on first down.
Get set, get set.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Got his man on the right. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down.
4-2 Spider. Black 24.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
From the gun, running back gets the give. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. After the first down completion, it's second and short. Back to pass, it's Morton. He'll heave it deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. That last completion sets them up on second down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.